had 4 assists and 6 turnovers, so I guess we're going to find the positive. We had 10 assists and 3 turnovers in the second half, so that was much better. You know, we just got to share the ball more and continue to work on that instead of putting our head down going one-on-one. That's when we get in trouble and turn it over. We also got to start knocking out some shots. When the other team's playing zone and you're 3 for 20 from 3, it's tough. And so we got to, you know, I think we're capable of doing it, but we got to at some point step up and get it done. But again, quick turnaround from Sunday's disappointment, and you know, we were able to survive it, and now we got a little extra time to get ready for TCU on Sunday.
Questions?
Coach, y'all were in an offensive drought until that media timeout in the second quarter, and then you made 5 of your next 6. What changed?
Well, I let the assistants coach the first quarter and a half, and then I took over. No, you know, I don't know. I think we got the ball inside a little bit more. You know, we wanted transition, so maybe we did a little bit better job of pushing the tempo. And like I said, we got, you know, we got some people inside that are capable of scoring. We got to make sure we get them touches, and you know, until I see the film, that's probably the best I can do right there.
The layup numbers where they're missing a lot of, like a high percentage of them, and then the 3-point. Can this be a good shooting team, and is there ways you can help with that? Are they getting quality shots, or do you think they can do better?
Yeah, I think it's a combination. We're taking some tough shots, and that's part of the reason the percentage isn't good. But yeah, we got to finish some of those. I thought the first half, you know, even Southern Cal game, we missed a lot of, if you want to call them bunnies, whatever. We missed a lot of easy shots, and you know, we got a young team, no seniors, but that's no excuse. We got some kids that can play, and we just got to perform better. And you know, I've got to try to do a better job of putting them in the best position possible for them to be successful.
You saw a lot of zone tonight and kind of got more used to it as the game went on, it looked like.
Yeah.
How valuable is a game like that?
It probably was good for us, no doubt. And hopefully the second half gives us a little more confidence, because I think the first half we were probably, you know, struggling mentally with it, you know. And like I said, it's tough when you're not hitting shots. You can talk all you want about attacking and all those things, but at some point you got to hit some shots. And like I said, I think we're capable of doing that. Hopefully we step up in the future. But yeah, definitely second half hopefully gives them a little more confidence.
There'll be a lot of focus on Maryland, Tennessee, Mississippi, TCU coming up. What value does it playing in Maine? And you got to know, I think Rhode Island coming up soon.
Yeah.
What value do they bring?
Yeah, you know, TCU's I think ranked 17th in the country. We lost down there a year ago. With all that talent we had, I think we lost by 2 or 3 points. So you know, it's going to be a great challenge. They reload every year. They do a good job, you know, recruiting talent out of the portal. You know, obviously Olivia Miles, somebody we're very familiar with, and several others. And then he does a great job of coaching, and so combination makes it a big challenge. But you know, again, hopefully all this makes us better. I'm still a little bit hungover from Sunday's game. Like I said, I've got a game like that, I got to help them get over the hump. So, but we went through a stretch in that game where I think we didn't maybe score a field goal the last, I don't know, 5-6 minutes of that game Sunday. So we got to make sure we avoid droughts like that and against these great teams.
Do you see value, like in Maine, for example? Is that Rhode Island? Are they teams maybe you'll see in the first round?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we try to schedule, you know, obviously there's some mid-majors on the schedule, or non-power fours, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, we try to get the best of the best. And you know, that was a team that we played in the NCAA tournament. It's been several years ago. I know the year before last, I watched, they played Ohio State in the NCAA tournament. I watched that. So they go out and play people, and then Rhode Island gave us all we wanted here a couple of years ago. So, yeah, I mean, those top teams, I think, you know, Tennessee, Southern Cal, TCU, they're preparing you for the gauntlet of the ACC, and they're also preparing you for a possible postseason. So I think all these games have value, but we also got to survive them. So we got to step up and play better.
Couple more questions. you see from Lorena and Mallory tonight, and like, how do you evaluate how they?
Yeah, again, that's what's tough, is you just gotta look at the matchups, and, the Tennessee game, they were super athletic at the post, and they could step out and shoot the three. Well, that's hard for a true five player to go out and guard. It's hard for Tilda, who is kind of a, forward, big forward, but, that, and then Southern Cal is just so athletic and long, and so it made it hard to have the true five players out there. And even tonight, Smith, the undersized post player for them, tough matchup, but we did get them in there some, and then we also went zone a little bit because we felt like that lineup would have a hard time matching up with Smith and some of the undersized posts. So they're gonna be relied on, they're gonna help us, but we're trying to win one game at a time, and every day's a new day, every matchup's different, and so hopefully they'll stick with it, and we'll be able to. I think everybody on our roster will contribute at some point.
Camille got her third straight double-double. Can you talk about the impact that she's had on this team?
Yeah, I was real proud of the effort she gave in the second half in particular. Again, she's got a high ceiling, but I think there's times she needs to, stay a little more engaged and a little more focused. And I thought the second half, she did an unbelievable job of that. She was attacking the rim. She was crashing the boards. She's very capable of guarding on the ball. But I thought the second half was definitely the best she's played since she's been here, and hopefully that momentum will carry over.
You have another one?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
what's the biggest level of concern, and what's the thing you're hanging your hat on right now, the yin and the yang, I guess?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of things, my level of concern, again, I think we gotta be, on both ends, we gotta play more as a team. We gotta quit, this Southern Cal game, we stood around and went one-on-one, and the other four players just stood and watched. We didn't get a post on the block a lot. We were 5 out, which we're not really running a lot of 5 out this year, supposedly. And then defensively, team, you can't leave your teammate on an island. You gotta get in the gaps, help each other, build a wall, so to speak. You can't build a wall with one person. It takes multiple. And then we gotta shoot the ball. Like I said, 3 for 20 from three. I think we're better than that, but like I said, at some point, we gotta start hitting them. And, again, we've got some people that we're really counting on that haven't stepped up and hit those shots yet.
Thanks, Joe.